Hi everyone, Miss Annie here. Thank you for joining me. I am really looking forward to this yummy little desserts that I'm going to teach you how to make. It comes out of Mama Sue's Southern Kitchen cookbook. This little cookbook is such a gem. Miss Annie is very good friends with Mama Sue, and I actually help her with her cookbooks. And so even before I was helping her, I bought this little cookbook and I have used it all the time because it has the best little recipes in it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make Aunt Mammy's pecan pastries on page 46. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we're going to need 1 stick of butter, cream cheese, and flour. And we are going to be making, these actually end up looking like little tiny pecan pies, and they are adorable and they taste so good. So we're gonna make the little pastry part of it first, the little pie crust shell. All right, so you need 1 stick of butter, and I've already softened that. And then you're gonna need 3 ounces of cream cheese softened. I might be making a little bit of a mess here. Let's see. All right. You think you're prepared, and then sometimes you're not. All right. And then you mix these together until they're well blended. Bring this down so you can see a little bit. And turn that up just a little bit. Okay, looks good. All right, this is what it's gonna look like, right? And then we're gonna add flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour until it's smooth. And it's getting kind of crumbly. I don't know if you can see it. Now it's starting to turn into the dough, the little pastry dough. All right, move you back up here for just a second. Okay, now what you do with this is you actually take this and you put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. So I'm just gonna stick the whole bowl in the refrigerator while I make the filling. So I'm gonna take this and put this over here. All right, I'm gonna move my KitchenAid out of the way. And then I'm just gonna bring in my hand mixer. Of course, you can, oops. You can mix this up whatever way you like. All right, so now we're going to make the filling. So you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of butter melted. So I'm gonna get that melted. You're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 2/3 of a cup of chopped pecans, 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna combine the brown sugar with the butter, vanilla, and egg, and then we're gonna mix the pecans in at the end. All right, so here's my brown sugar, my egg. I'm gonna move this stuff over because I don't need it right now. probably a little too much, but I think it's gonna be okay. All right, so I've got my mixer, my mixing bowl, and the recipe says you need that 2 tablespoons of butter melted. I'm gonna put that in. Okay. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. And honestly, that butter was really, really hot when I took it out. And when I put the egg in, I don't want the egg to cook. So I left that butter in a little bit too long. So I'm just doing this to cool it off. And I've got some big pieces of brown sugar. My hands are clean. I have been washing them today a lot. All right. I'm gonna let that cool for one more second and just rinse my hands off really quick. All right. Now let's put in that egg. And we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And this is going to be the yummy filling, and it really does taste just like pecan pie. Oh my gosh. I made this with some of my little cousins, and they came to visit me, and they're like little teenagers. We had the best time. And we went through Mama C's cookbook and we made all the things. We had a great time, so you will love her cookbook. All right, so I got this all mixed up, okay? And then we just are gonna add 2/3 of a cup of chopped pecans. And I have to tell you about the pecans that I've been using lately. Miss Annie has discovered Tanner's pecans. They are out of Mobile, Alabama, and these pecans are big, they're delicious, and they're fresh. And so you can order them online, and they ship very quickly to your house. And Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming up. They do pecan pies, they do little gift tins. I mean, just all the things. You have to go on and check them out because they're pretty yummy. So I use their pecans. I've chopped them up. I've got 2/3 of a cup of that. And now I'm just gonna get a spoon and mix these up in there. So now you see what it looks like. Okay. So we're gonna set this aside. And next, we're just gonna get that pastry part out of the refrigerator. And we're gonna start to fill these little tins. So you take, let me read it. Okay. So we're gonna make these little, we're gonna take these, we're gonna make them into just a little ball, and you just put them inside. Let me move this down a little so you can see. Oops. We're gonna roll them into a ball. Come in here. And I'm just gonna do a few for right now. But what you do is you just take these and then you just push them up against like this. So you're making like a little pie. Okay, can you see that? Let me see if there's another way that I can do this. So you're just gonna make these into a little pie shell, all right? And do the same over here. And I'm not gonna take the time right now to do all 24 because that will take a little while. But I am going to put the filling in here. Okay, so you take the filling and you just put it right in here. All right. I've set the oven, or I need to set the oven. I'm not sure if I did. Ooh, I did not. I need to set the oven at 350 and get it all warmed up. So while it's warming up, I'm gonna finish up the rest of these and I'm gonna put them in the oven for 30 minutes. And then I'll take them out of the oven and we'll see how they are. All right, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Hi there, I am back. These Aunt Mammy's pecan pastries from Mama Stu's little Southern Kitchen cookbook have turned out to be so delicious. I may have already tried one, but I want you guys to see what they look like. They are absolutely perfect, with such an easy recipe to follow. I'm gonna take one out. I let them set for about 30 minutes and I let them cool off. And you see how easy they just pop right out. And they're like these little mini pecan pies. I'm gonna make myself try another one. Just kidding. Let me see. So good. They really are like a little pecan pie. Delicious. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and your family, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.